Hello there, Sagittarius. It is so good to see you again. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. If it's your first time on the channel, welcome. We're so glad that you have joined us. We are going to be doing your mid-August reading today. So this is good from now when you see it until about mid-September. So it's good for the next 4 to 6 weeks. So we'll take a look at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And Sag, I hope you're taking good care of yourself. These energies that we have had are going to be clearing up by the end of August. So if you've had some emotional outbursts, or been around people that have, it's some of that clearing of the emotions, so that we can really step into our Lionsgate energy. So let's go ahead and see what you have overall for this next month. Talent guides, spirit mentors and teachers. Really lovely energy. And then in the flow, oh my goodness, everything is smooth sailing. I love both of these energies for you because, I feel like you may have somebody coming onto your path to help you in some way, or you could be the teacher helping, mentoring somebody else. Things are going to be going so much easier. And, we had the Lionsgate portal, then we had the full moon in Aquarius. Both of those were last week, but those energies are really pretty intense and going to continue for about 2 or 3 weeks. So there's almost like this energy of, okay, yeah, you've gotten through that. And now it's kind of like things are on the upswing. I really love that. They're showing me really interesting. It's right here with this music. You see how it's going up, and then they're showing me how this is going up, the bottom of the sled, as if to let you know things are going to improve. So, if you have been having issues with your health or something, your health is going to improve. If you've been having issues with your finances are going to improve. If you're having difficulty in relationships, those are going to improve too. So it's just kind of like you're on the upswing. You're on the upswing, yeah. Okay, really interesting. Yeah, really nice. Professional assistance on the bottom. So, once again, there could be somebody that you are seeking the help of, or you could be helping somebody else. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is to ask others for help, right? And I feel like, either you are asking perhaps somebody else for help, or you are going to offer your help to somebody. So let's take a look here. Yeah, we have all that glitters on the bottom. Interesting that dropped. Okay, all that glitters on the bottom. This is about feelings being hidden, or there's somebody, either you or somebody that you're around, that's not really completely allowing their bright light, their true feelings, their true heart to show. You see the 2 masks there. There's a lot of brightness here, and yet it's being masked. It's being covered. It's interesting because then when it fell, it was like this. I think, meaning that somebody is going to uncover either their feelings, or, you are going to uncover your feelings. I also feel like there is a big energy here of you, Empress is on the bottom, of you stepping into your true light, no longer dimming it. You may be getting the help that you need on your path. And, this help could come from a stranger. It could, it could even come from this reading. It's kind of like you might have a burst of clarity or something like that. But I feel like for some of you, you may actually even be seeking out professional assistance. You know, it's kind of like, okay, I just got to go. It's not like somebody's going to help you do the whole thing. It's kind of like, okay, I need help with this one little part, you know, whatever that is. I need help with my bookkeeping, or I need, you know, help with, you know, learning how to work a camera, whatever it is. It's kind of like, yeah, I need a little bit of help to get myself going again. Yeah, because I feel like you've been stagnant for a while, and now it's kind of like, okay, I'm ready to go. And that's the Lion Gate energy, really, you know, kind of kicking in, saying, okay, it is time to go and create and do. Oh, this is so lovely. Okay, 5 of Cups on the bottom. And then I'm going to say right here in your present energy, you have the 5 of Wands. Lots of conflict. Lots of feeling, you know, like abandoned, rejected, not being worthy enough, missing somebody, missing, you may feel like you've missed out on an opportunity due to competition, because the 5 of Wands can represent competition. I feel a little bit like this has to do with business, finance, career, but it could be a relationship. But to me, the energy is more about money or finances, your career, a business maybe that you've started. I feel like there's something about competition. It could be why you are seeking out professional assistance. You could have missed out. They just keep saying missed out on some type of an opportunity. And now you're kind of like, okay, I can't let that happen again. I have to, you know, go find I have to get not financial assistance, but professional assistance. So it could be that, you know, maybe you lost out on, you bid on a project, you know, or you tried to get a promotion, you know, you put your name in the hat for a promotion. Or, you know, it could be that it could be something like you were, you know, bidding on a house and, you know, you lost out. Somebody else got this job, this opportunity. You missed out and you're feeling sad about it. I feel like you feel like, oh no, this is the end. I didn't get that opportunity. It's almost as if you're giving up. But there's no need to give up. There's no need to give up, because underneath this, we have the Chariot, wanting to progress. I feel like you've had some sort of a setback, but now you're like, okay, I'm just going to choose again. I just have to choose a different direction, tweak my plan. And I feel like that is where, you know, you are seeking out some help. Saying, okay, I need some assistance in this. Yeah. So for instance, say you lost out on a house that you really wanted. You might go to, you know, your financial advisor or something and say, okay, do I have any more money that I can put into the next house? You know, I feel like I'm missing out because I'm not offering enough. Or you could, you know, take a look at, I don't know, you know, getting some real estate advice, something like that. If you feel like you've missed out on an opportunity at work, like you missed out on a promotion, you might actually be going to some type of life coach or business coach, you know, trying to see how you can, you know, add to your credentials, your experience, something like that. Yeah, really interesting. I have a friend and she has a daughter that's in her 30s, and she's not a Sagittarius. But, you know, it's interesting because the other day she wanted to make a change in her career again. Okay, so she had just recently made a change, and then she was like, wow, I think I want to go in even a different direction. But she was concerned about making the change because she was like, how's that going to look on my resume, you know? But anyway, we were, you know, talking to her that she had a good reason to change. She really did. She was trying to just gain some experience. And I feel like you may be in one of those situations where you're like, okay, I want to make a different change. I've made one change, maybe recently, maybe in the last year or so. I've made one change. It didn't work out exactly the way I wanted it to. So I want to progress. I want to keep progressing on my path. So is it, I want to make another change. This is kind of like taking a long time. We have the Two of Cups here and the Sun. Two of Cups can mean a romantic partner, but it could also be a business partner that's going to help you to bring it in some, with the Sun card, happiest card, joy and abundance. So you may have been going on this journey, started this business by yourself. It's not going exactly the way that you thought it would. And so you're kind of partnering up with somebody else that maybe can help to offer another service to what your business is all about. I don't know, say that you had a yoga studio, right? And you were, oh my goodness, there's all these other yoga studios. I didn't realize that there's a lot of competition. You're not feeling like you're moving, progressing, getting the financial stability that you wanted. And so maybe you could even go to a professional assistant. They say, hey, why don't you partner up with somebody, that maybe does Reiki healing or something like that, or offers another service similar to your yoga studio, right? Maybe it's a nutritionist, something like that. So you're not really competing against each other, but you're helping each other out. You're joining forces, let's put it that way, in order to bring more abundance to the two of you. Really, I love this energy. Yeah, because you're taking a little bit of a break. Here you have the consciousness of lack. There's something that isn't working for you at this time. And so it's kind of like, okay, what else can I do? I don't think you're quitting it. I just really feel like you're kind of like, okay, how can I, manifest, bring in more? Who can help me out with this? And, I feel like part of it is maybe this masking. I feel like you feel there's a little bit of this energy of, I don't want to ask for help because I almost like I want to do this on my own. I'm trying to prove to myself or maybe to others that I can do this, but by bringing in this other person, okay, unmasking your concerns that you can't do this by yourself, right? It allows you to actually shine your light brighter. It's almost as if this person comes in and they're offering you something that you couldn't have done on your own. But the really interesting thing is that you are giving them something that they couldn't. There's two masks here, right? So it's kind of like the two of you together. When you work together, your light actually is even brighter than if you were by yourself. Really lovely energy. So do not fear, if you have somebody approaching you about maybe, teaming up with them in some way, I definitely would at least listen to them. Because here's your obstacle, and this is what you're working on over the next 4 to 6 weeks, is you have the status quo. Yeah, things are just stagnant, you're not moving. It may be that your finances aren't going down, but they're not going up. You're just kind of like, wow, I'm just stuck, just really stuck. And you're looking at other options, but it's kind of like you're just in this big spiral. They just keep coming back to the same things. I feel like there's something here where you have to really think outside of the box. For instance, going into partnership with somebody, instead of like another yoga studio owner, or, it's about really branching out, going in a different direction. And at first you may, I can't remember. I think years ago, there was like an ice cream chain and a donut chain, something like that combined forces. And I remember when they first did that, I was like, what are they doing? But if you think about it, people buy donuts usually in the morning and ice cream in the afternoon or evening. And they both needed about the same amount of space, right? So, they were two kind of like totally different food services, right? But they joined forces, and by doing that, they could share the space. So it was like the rent goes in half, right? And then you could almost have, similar, you could have employees, but they could be serving both products, right? I feel like it's something like that. Like you come into knowing that, okay, I have this big yoga studio, but I have rooms that are empty at times. So maybe, there's somebody that teaches Pilates, does some other service that you could rent out some of those rooms, or maybe you just join forces and become business partners. Yeah, really interesting. It's almost, they're saying, that it's something about you're wasting a resource. So, once again, say you had a yoga studio, right? And you had rooms, or a dance studio. I take dance classes. I'm not very good at it, but I truly enjoy it. So I take dance classes, and I always sit there and think, oh my gosh, some of these rooms, they're packed at night, right? Because, children are, available in the evenings for classes. Adults are available in evenings for classes. But, for the majority of the day, they're paying rent and nobody is there. So I feel like it's something like that. Like, how can we use all of our resources, or share your resources with somebody else? Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, you're planting the seeds. I feel like you're willing to put time and energy into this. Queen of Pentacles, I love this energy because the Queen of Pentacles really takes good care of herself and her finances, really, she's looking at the baby, right? But she's kind of like, okay, I've got to, really baby along maybe your business, or maybe a new idea. You have the strength and courage to do this, and it is part of your spiritual path. But there's also about, okay, I have to walk away maybe from my initial idea, right, to go towards something that's going to bring me more financial stability and also happiness. For some of you, if you have a spiritual business of some sort, you could be feeling like, well, this is all I'm really supposed to earn. Like, I have a spiritual business. I don't want to, combine it with something else. It's kind of like they're saying muddy the waters. I don't want to muddy the waters, but out of this, I feel like you are also helping to reach some clients, that perhaps have not yet been spiritually awakened, that could benefit from, like, say, your yoga studio being part of another, business. So let's go back to the donuts and the ice cream, right? I'm sure some people that weren't really into donuts, but went to the store to eat ice cream or to purchase ice cream, they could have seen some donuts sitting there and going, I've never really had a donut, or I haven't had a donut in 5 years or something like that. And not only do they get the ice cream, but they're like, yeah, I'm going to get a donut too. I'm going to try a donut again. And then maybe they really like that donut. So then they start shopping there for, not just ice cream, but also donuts. Maybe they start coming earlier in the day to get, a piping hot donut, and then they come back at night in order to get the ice cream. And I feel like that is part of this, is that you're opening yourself up. You may feel at first, well, these are not people that are going to be interested in my product. We're so different, or something like that. But you're going to be surprised. You're bringing in more potential clients by doing this. Okay, so let's take a look at your advice. Creative endeavor. Yeah, I feel like this is totally creative, thinking outside of the box. Yeah, they keep saying that. Message in a bottle, and then Six of Pentacles. I feel like somebody may be messaging you about maybe joining forces, or, you know, you could go talk to a business coach or some type of financial advisor. They may suggest this idea or suggest a person that you could partner up with. I feel like at first you're kind of like, I don't know. But then I think you start seeing the balancing out that this situation can have for you. That it really is, you know, it's good for both of you. It's kind of like a win-win situation. The other person that you're dealing with could be also struggling. So it's kind of like, okay, if we join forces, then we can cut our rent in half, or, you know, we can advertise together, or, you know, we can man the store, you know, together, instead of you having to be there all the time. You know, I kind of live in a little town, and one of the interesting things is that there was an empty, on the main street, there was an empty, you know, retail space. And the city was having a hard time finding somebody that wanted to take it. And so I think there were like 5 or 6 creative people that, you know, were basically selling their products online, or in, you know, like weekend markets, festivals, that type of thing. And they went to the city and they said, could we join forces? You know, not any one of us can afford the space. You know, it was like, I think all 6 of them had to sign the lease or something. The city actually did a really good job of creating a special situation for them, because it was kind of like the city benefited from having that space filled, right? And yet at the same time, these you know, creative people also had a new venue to sell their goods, and they each took a day to man the store, right? And it was kind of like it's a win-win for everybody, and also a win-win for the community, because the community now, you know, can benefit from the products that they're selling. So I feel like it's almost something like that, where you're thinking outside of the box. You have you know, a situation and you're thinking outside of the box. Yeah, it's going to work out. You're going to see the clarity in the situation, because it has been a little bit of a long trek here with the 9 of Wands, the Wounded Warrior, looking at options, but, you know, finally one of these options is going to work. And I feel as if once you get this to work, you know, it does move, you have victory. It moves along very quickly. It progresses very quickly. It helps you to find the abundance, the joy in your work too. You know, there's something about when we're not being somehow financially rewarded for what we're working on. We get tired. You know, you can get burnt out. And I feel like that is part of this too, is that it's kind of rejuvenating your own sense of, okay, I'm ready to start working hard on this, because I think for some of you, you've just been like burnt out. I need a nap. You know, this is too hard. Okay, so let's take a look at your soul truth card. What are the dominant emotions that run my life? Okay, so let's see. How do you feel your day? Stress or joy, trust or anger, anxiety or peace? We only have today, right now, the journey. No goal, no destination will bring us the feeling we seek. But when we begin feeling every day with that which we value most, we will attract more of it. This is fulfillment. Yeah, I really like that, because I feel as if you're not feeling fulfilled at this time. You're kind of just stuck. This, I think, helps you to open up. I think partnering with somebody else perhaps helps you to open up your creative juices again. You know, I do feel like for some of you, you have been, you know, you have the 9 of Wands twice. You've been on this track for a very long time by yourself. And for others of you, it could be just finding a networking group, you know, someone else that you can share your journey with, you know, discuss the ups and downs. But yeah, it's all good. It's in the flow. I really, really love this reading for you, Sag. So I think any, you know, obstacles that you're having, any of this status quo, you know, feeling stuck, it's going to open up in a very favorable way, because remember, you have the sun here. Yeah, you're destined. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there. I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. Much love and light to you, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.